What's up guys, this is Munoz from UnleashYourChampion.com, and today's video is called, do you have why power? Yes, do you know the reason why you are taking all this massive action to get your business off the ground, to take it to the next level, to take your sales career or your network marketing business to the next level? Do you know what drives you? Do you know that there are people out there who are less talented, less resourceful, have less skills, yet they are killing it? The reason why they are killing it is because they are on mission to do something that is bigger than themselves. They are clear on their why. And when you get clear on your why, then you can tap into what I call your why power. You are fired up and in consistent action even when you are not seeing results. Because let's be truthful, in the beginning it's tough. It's tough getting your sales career or your network marketing business or anything you want to accomplish. It's really tough to create results in the beginning. But if you're consistent, you will produce results. But it's pretty tough to stay consistent when everything is going wrong and when you're not seeing results. That is why it is crucial to tap into your why power. Did you know that your why drives your motives, and your motives unleash your personal best? Your motives unleash the champion within you. Your motives unleash the beast within. Because when you know the reason why, the motive, okay, and if you don't know what motive means, in the dictionary it means the reason behind something. So in the moment that you get clear on your motive, then that will unleash personal motivation. And now you will be fired up from the inside out. So let me say that one more time. It's your motives that drive your actions. It's actually the spirit behind the actions. It's the purpose behind the actions. It's the belief or beliefs behind the actions. So when that spirit is empowered from the inside out, and you're clear on your purpose and mission and the reason why you're actually doing what you're doing, then you do not need an alarm clock. You do not need someone to come and motivate you. You do not need to go to YouTube endlessly to seek motivation. Yes, it's all good to watch YouTube videos. I do it every once in a while. Tony Robbins talks about CANI, C-A-N-I, constant and never-ending improvement. So yes, trees never stop growing, and you should never stop growing. But that's not what I'm talking about. I am not talking about improvement. I'm talking about being fired up from the inside out. You have to be clear on what is your why. So now let me share with you why I do what I do and what keeps me empowered. You see, there's a reason why I am empowered on a consistent basis, and that's because I tap into my why power. So let me share with you how I discovered my why, and then at the end of this story, I will share with you what my why is. So let's go back 18 years. Approximately 18 years ago, I was driving down the Grand Central Parkway, and I was going about 120 miles an hour in a jalopy. So 18 years ago, the year was approximately 1988 to be exact. I was going down the Grand Central Parkway in New York, in Long Island, towards a friend's house, and I was depressed. I was depressed because I just had a huge fight with my ex-wife. Things weren't working out. My business was not going up, going down, 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 and I was behind on all of my bills, and on top of that, having arguments at home, and I was just in total depression. Have you ever been there? I'm sure you can relate to this story. Well, I'm going 120 miles an hour, and the reason why I was going 120 miles an hour, and keep in mind that the car that I was driving at the time, let's assume that it was 1998. I think that's pretty accurate. In 1998, I was driving a car that was from 1981. It was just jalopy. This car should not have been going 120 miles an hour, but nevertheless I pushed it to the limit. And the reason why I was driving so fast is because I was hoping to crash into another vehicle so that I could take my life. Pretty sad story. But obviously this story has a good ending, because as you can see, I'm here with you guys right now and I did not die. But back then I actually wanted to die. I was desperate. I was down. I lost hope. And when you lose hope, you're one step away from a disaster. So I was hoping to crash into another vehicle. I was hoping that my vehicle would lose control so that I could end up in a bad accident and hopefully die. That was my intention. That is exactly why I was driving so fast. I couldn't deal with all of the pressure. Well, I called my friend. Luckily, he picked up the phone. Yes, I had a cell phone back then, one of those old cell phones that you had to open. You had to take the lid and go, and then pull out these big antennas. And I had one of those cell phones, and I called my friend, And luckily he picked up the phone. He said, "Hey, what's up, champ?" And I said, "I don't feel like a champ." "What's going on?" he said. And I said, "The truth is that I'm going down the Grand Central Parkway approximately 120 miles an hour." He goes, whoa, slow down. Why are you driving so fast?" I said, "I'm really depressed. And honestly speaking, I'm trying to kill myself." He goes, "What?" He goes, No. Stop that. Slow down to 60 miles an hour. Come to my house." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Come on right now." I said, "Okay." When I got there, about 10 minutes later, there was a lot of people leaving the house. And I said, "Why are all these people leaving?" So I asked him, "Hey, why are all those people leaving?" And he said, "Hey, I told them they had to leave because a friend was coming over and he really needed my support. Right now, you are my emergency." I said, "Wow. Oh, thanks, man. I really need to speak to somebody like you." He says, "So what's up?" So I just shared with him everything that I was going through, that I was down and out. I lost all my hope. I didn't feel that I was gonna, move ahead in life, and that everything was going, down the tube. Everything sucked. Imagine that. Behind on bills, pressure from my ex-wife. We were arguing a lot. Behind the rent, behind the car payments. Had no food, to fill the fridge, and my stomach, and my wife's stomach, and my new baby's stomach. So I was depressed. Well, nevertheless, we started to have a chat. He helped me see that things weren't that bad as I thought. And that day he told me something that rocked my world. He said, "Edward, did you know that you are responsible for your perspective?" I said, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Yeah. Regardless of what's happening in your life, you are responsible for how you see things. So it doesn't matter how things are happening out there in the world. You can choose to see it in a different way. You are responsible for your perspective." And I said, wow. So I want to share that with you because that's an extra hitting message. I wasn't planning to talk about that today. But you, the person watching this video right now, you are responsible for your own perspective. Not me, not your husband, not your son, not your daughter, not your neighbor. You are responsible for your perspective. Anyways, after we had a long chat, I left empowered, inspired. I created new possibilities. And I said to him, man, whew, to think that I was going to take my life. I am extremely grateful. How can I repay you? He says, don't repay me with money. I want you to repay me with your success. And I said, I know how I'm going to repay you. Because we had several conversations after that day. It wasn't the only conversation we had. And during the next few years, he supported me endlessly. And I said, the way I'm going to repay you is by paying it forward. My new goal as of today is to make a difference on this planet. And I did not know exactly how I was going to do that because back then I was about 27 years old. But I said I will. So I started reading motivational books, I started going to seminars, I started discovering my true potential. And as I started to grow on the inside, I started to share that with other people because my why now was not about making money in the business world, even though I made a lot of money, but my why became about helping people. And over time, I started giving seminars, I started writing books, I started creating motivational courses, and I've made a difference in the lives of thousands of people. And my goal is to impact and inspire 10 million people, at least, in the next 10 years. And 100 million people throughout my lifetime. That is my why. That is the reason why I do what I do. I know there are a lot of people out there who are going through tough times, who are in depression, who have lost hope. And just like I was in that horrible situation and someone came in and stepped in to support me during that tough time, now I want to pay it forward. Now I want to make a difference in their lives. That is why I record these videos. I place them on YouTube, I spread them on my Instagram channel, my Facebook channels, my LinkedIn, my Twitter. I write books, I give courses. I have a staff that reaches out to organizations so that I can come in and speak on the areas of peak performance, empowerment, leadership, team building, motivation. And I do this because I am clear on my why. So when you get clear on your why, when you get clear on the purpose behind your being, that will drive your actions. That will inspire you to show up in a different light. If you're just here to make money, if you're just here to be famous, if you're all about fame and money and success, and that's your why, then trust me, you're not gonna go very far. And if you do go far, eventually you will fall off the wagon. Because that's not going to keep you empowered when the tough times come. And trust me, they will come. So I'm inviting you to get clear on your why. What is the reason why you do what you do? And when you get clear on that, when you get clear on your motives will drive your actions. Your motives will unleash your personal best. Your motives will unleash your motivation. Your motives will unleash your purpose. And now you will not focus on your stories and your excuses and why it can't be done and I have no money and this ain't the right timing and blah blah blah. All of that becomes secondary, because now you're showing up powerfully, because people will be able to see that there is something different about you. They will sniff it out. So if you are not clear on your why, then my invitation is to get clear on your why. And once you get clear, keep connecting to your why. And that is what I call why power. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please share it on all your social media channels. And if I could be of service, please do reach out to me on any of my social media channels. My handle is Edward R. Munoz. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Again, Edward R. Munoz. Have an amazing rest of your day.